Hello yogis, welcome. Today we're gonna just start from the ground and work our way up in this full body yoga. We'll get started on our hands and knees. Cushion yourself up with a blanket if you would like. Palms beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips, and let's start with just some cat-cow. Just connecting your movement with your breath. Very gentle. Just dropping in, inhaling to open your heart. And exhale to round your spine. One more here, inhaling. And exhaling. Bringing back to neutral spine. Go ahead and press your right toes back, stretching through your calf a little bit. Just giving our lower legs some love. Go ahead and lift your right toes. Lift your left arm or keep your hand down. Lengthen on an inhalation. Exhale, knee meets your elbow. Rounding in, inhale, lengthen out, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. You can always drop your left hand if you'd like. Let's take 3 more of these. Gently waking up your back body, your core. Drop your hand. Extend your left leg out and back. Hug your knee in and just give yourself a little calf massage with that knee. Just up and down your calf. Maybe take some circles. Notice where the tension is and just dig in a little. Remembering to breathe. Go ahead and extend that right foot up and out again and just see if you can carry it all the way around and drop your full foot on the side here and just go ahead and get juicy with your hips, just taking some circles. One direction, then the other direction, bringing weight into your right foot, which is slightly turned out. Then we'll go ahead and just bring your knee back to neutral. Take 2 cat-cow here. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Really focusing on cupping your palms to protect your wrists. Maybe we'll take 3 cat-cow, that's cool. Stretch your left toes. Press back into that left heel, just stretching your calf muscle a little. Pausing for a breath here. Go ahead and lift your left toes. Lift your right arm, lengthening long like someone's pulling you both directions. Exhale, hug your knee to your elbow. 4 more times. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. After that final time, bring your right hand down, stretch your left foot back, and drop your right knee on, your left knee onto your right calf and just start massaging it up and down. Maybe noticing if one side's a little tighter than the other, that's cool. Take 1 more breath here. Extend your left leg back. Draw it out to the side, planting that left foot slightly out at an angle, and just start to rock into your hips a little. Take a few circles. You can always come up onto the fists if your wrists are feeling it a little. Reverse the direction of your circles. Just getting into those creaky hip joints. And then just bring it back to neutral. Take 2 cat-cow. Inhaling to drop your belly, lift your heart and gaze. Exhale, round. Tuck your toes underneath you. Lift your knees and just press back into your downward facing dog. You can pedal through the feet. And then settle your heels into a breath or two of stillness. See if you can think of tightening your pelvic floor muscle here a little bit. Notice if that does anything for your abdominals. One more deep breath, release your head. Shake it yes and no. And then we'll go ahead and step your right foot forward, coming into low lunge. Inhale your arms up. Bring your hands together right under the base of your skull and see if you can lift your heart up into them. Really getting a nice stretch through the front of that left thigh. Release your hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your left thigh, pausing here in runner's lunge, lengthening through your spine. Plant your palms and step back, downward facing dog. Draw your left foot forward. Drop your back knee. You can keep your back toes tucked. Inhale, your arms lift, gaze lifts. And draw your palms together right at the base of your skull. Really open, release your head back into your hands. Remember to breathe here. Noticing that we're not sinking into that belly, but supporting it. Exhale, release, hands down. Lift your back thigh, coming into that runner's lunge for just a moment. Plant your palms, step it back, downward facing dog. Move your blanket off to the side if you've got it on your mat, and go ahead and slowly step your feet forward all the way to the front of your mat. Go ahead and bring your palms, backs of the palms to the mat. Maybe step your toes on them, or just stretch towards the mat. Don't worry about it. This is a great stretch for your wrists. So you can always bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands under here. One more breath. Slowly, 1 foot at a time, release. Bend your knees and curl yourself all the way up to stand. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center as you fold forward, starting to flow a little. Inhale, lengthen, lifting long through the back. Exhale, plant your palms and step back into your plank pose here. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin, all the way down to the mat. Bring your fingers out beside you and kind of spider the fingers. Roll your heart open on an inhalation. Chin tucks slightly, gaze is slightly down. Exhale, release. Twice more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen to lift. Exhale, release, lower. Draw your palms in under your shoulders and find your way back to downward facing dog. One breath here. Draw your gaze forward and step or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Arms raise up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, plant your palms and go ahead and step back or hop back to plank pose. One more deep breath here. Exhale, lower all the way down. You can do knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. And this time, palms face down beside your hips. Inhale, roll your heart open. Lift your legs into Shalabhasana, locust pose. One more deep breath in. Lengthening through your back rather than crunching. Chin tucks slightly, gaze is slightly down in front of you. Exhale, release one cheek to the mat. Gaze comes back to center. Let's do this again. Inhale. Lengthen, lift toes, lift heart, lift palms of hands. Exhale, release the other cheek to the mat. Palms come by your shoulders, press back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and step your right foot forward, spin your back heel down, warrior one. Feet can be on train tracks rather than straight line, arms lift, gaze lifts. Now can you root through your heels? Really send that energy down into the mat, into the earth beneath it. Exhale as you draw your hands together behind you. Roll your heart open, inhale. And exhale, fold to the inside of your right thigh, humble warrior. Really feeling strength in your legs. Inhale your way back up. Arms float up for a brief moment. Open up, warrior two. Gaze over your right fingertips. Inhale, reverse your warrior, right arm lifts. Coming back through warrior two. Go ahead and spiral down. Drop your back knee. You can welcome a blanket under it if you would like. Coming up to your left fingertips. Go ahead and reach back for your left toes. Don't worry if you don't make full connection. But when you do connect, hug your thigh and sit your hips back. And then from there, move forward. Rolling your heart open. One more deep breath. Exhale. Release your hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. You can take a vinyasa or downward facing dog. Pause here. Connect with your breath. Inhale your left knee forward. Plant your left foot. Spin your back heel, square your hips, warrior one on the other side. So let's keep our gaze slightly down in front of us this time to really help root our heels, root our minds, root our bodies to the earth. Exhale as you draw your fingers interlaced behind your back. Inhale, roll your heart open, lift your gaze. And exhale, keep squaring your hips as you release forward, humble warrior to the inside of your left knee. One more deep breath here. And then lift yourself up, arms up. Transitioning to warrior two here. Again, can we root our heels into the earth and really send our energy through them? Really finding that nice connection. And then flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Spiral down, spinning onto those back toes. Drop your right knee. Coming onto your right fingertips. Reach around for that back foot. Hug your hips back, really getting a nice thigh stretch there. And then maybe sit back into it. Roll your heart open. One more deep breath here. Release your hands down. Press back, downward facing dog. Gaze between your fingers. Go ahead and step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen, flat back all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Step or float back to plank pose. And lower all the way down to the mat. Palms draw by your sides, and let's go ahead and interlace your fingers behind you. Close as much as you'd like. Listen to your body here. Inhale, lengthen. And from here, lift. Lift your toes. Maybe straighten your arms depending on where you're feeling good today. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release. Go ahead and reach for your ankles. Thigh bones stay parallel to each other. You can flex your feet or grab the tops of your toes and just start to kick back into bow pose. One more deep breath here. And exhale. Release. Palms come underneath your shoulders. And just go ahead. Sit your hips back. Child's pose. Take 2 breaths here. Go ahead and roll up. Sit off to one side. We'll do just a little bit of core work here and some hamstring stretches before we take a little rest. So sit up nice and tall, palms by your sides, feet flexed. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here, finding this strength and staff pose. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead and curl vertebrae by vertebrae down to your mat. Maybe you just swing so that you're on your mat fully. Inhale, your arms long overhead. Exhale, curl yourself back up and just ride that wave into a forward fold. Draw your palms back by your sides, finding that strong staff pose, feet flexed, heart open. Inhale your arms up. We'll do this 2 more times. Roll it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Feet stay flexed. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, give a little as you come up and over. Forward fold. Finding your way to staff pose 1 more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, curl it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, give a little hiya, up and over. Forward fold. Coming back to staff pose. We'll go ahead and curl down 1 last time. Setting up for a brief shavasana here. Release the backs of your palms to the mat. Maybe shift anything so it's out of your way. Rest your eyes closed. Allow your body to surrender, your feet to splay. I'll take 5 breaths here. Just letting things go. Allowing gravity to hold you here. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just bring it gently back. One more big deep breath in. And this is where I leave you. Namaste, yogis. Lungs for your body. And just pause for a moment in child's pose.